Dear Western video game developers, seriously, when will you learn? On this day, September 12th, it is actually 1 week after the shutdown of Concord. Despite that, many Western video game devs, they failed or perhaps they wouldn't learn a thing. Honestly, to all those new devs in the West, I'm gonna show you a few things that you have to do to make sure your game does not follow the same fate as either Dustborn or Concord. First, we'll start with the obvious one. It's a myth of modern audience. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as modern audience. It's just the audience. These modern audience who are complaining, mainly either on Twitter, they're just small percentage. The next, this is gonna be related to gameplay, and I know I'm gonna be mixing a bit. Character design. Let me show you a few characters. Take a look at this one. I'm gonna move a bit. Take a look at this one. This is Viesa from the First Descendant. Let's see the Concord characters. Let's take this for example. Which do you prefer? This one or this one? Or here or this one? Which do you prefer? The next one will go same play for gameplay. It's gonna be different from people or gamer to gamer. Yes, you wanna do live service, it's okay. You have to understand one thing. Gamers have one currency that they have to sacrifice. Time. I mean, it's similar to a YouTube channel because I know my viewers, they're still paying, except they're not paying on my currency or money, they're paying with time. Time is the most expensive thing that cannot be taken back or refunded because you only have a fractured amount. You only get like few hours just to relax and even have time to play games. Because none of us, and I know some of you who are watching this, you barely have any money to buy anything, let alone a video game console or a video game itself. And you're sacrificing not just your money, you're sacrificing your time. The next one is audience, your core audience. Whatever you do, don't say things like, if you don't like it, don't buy it, okay? Let me give you, for example, EA, Battlefield 5. You wanna know what they say? If you don't like the game, don't buy it. Guess what happens? The game failed. I'm surprised it's still going, because one thing for sure, it is combining both single player and multiplayer. Which brings me to my next point, single player versus multiplayer. Some people keep saying that, well, people in the suits, the higher ups, the CEO, in their head believe that live service is new norm, is for gamers. They think that single player game, well, the market is no more, which that is false because there are many games proven otherwise. Elden Ring, Cyberpunk 2077, Stellar Blade, there's many others. Yet, some people still think live service is the new norm. Only the problem is when you make a live service, like for example Concord, you get what you deserve. It's already shut down. The next one, I want all the new video game devs who are starting up, I want you to learn from Black Myth Wukong's success. Here, let me show you. This is what Black Myth Wukong player count looks like. All-time peak, 2 million. Players right now, 1 million. Now you see, if you look, I'm gonna be making this another part, which is the final one. Take a look at this. See this? It launches pretty good. Despite the controversy, players swoop in. They support this game. Now, a little known factor is the player count. See how this thing goes up and down, up and down, up and down? Well, you guys get the picture. Finally, I know if I miss anything, don't forget to list it in the comments. The final thing is time, okay? Many gamers, they both have time, they both have jobs, because as you know, it's dropping. If you see in the Steam charts right here, this either mean that some players have work, or perhaps they're asleep, or perhaps they are now doing their job. It's between either work or going to sleep, because remember, it's worldwide. Every nation had different time zone. Like for example, this video that you're probably watching, it will be posted on 2 a.m. Malaysian time, meaning in America, it will be either 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or in this case, noon in the Pacific. Yes, in the Pacific. But it also means it will be evening in Europe, like United Kingdom. I believe what video game devs from the West should learn that if you give players what they want, good quality product, single player experience, or live service, remember, good quality, such as Black Myth Wukong, The First Descendant, and your game is going to skyrocket it. But you have to understand that people have time, people barely have money to buy anything. Well, some of them, unless they are doing YouTube full time at least. But that's just me. Whatever you do, don't alienate your core audience. And don't say something like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. I know I'm repeating this, but basically some video game devs, I don't know why they keep on saying that, mainly in the West. So, to the Western video game devs in the West who are still indie, mostly indie, learn from Black Myth Wukong's success. Perhaps you can emulate how they made it. Leave a like and subscribe. If you want any woke or anti-woke detective, you can visit my second channel up here or link in the description. And if you want more videos, I will have few videos and playlists at either the left or the right screen, whichever it is. So perhaps you can enjoy that as well.
You win.